Salute, 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 ATP Combat Media. It's your boy Claymore Rain. Shout out to all my subscribers. If this is your first time tapping into this content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit your bell icon so you get an alert when all this content is dropping. So Jaron Boots Ennis and Cody Crowley just put behind them their first press conference. Shout out to Jaron Boots Ennis finally getting his opportunity to headline his own card. The welterweight IBF champion has been through a lot to get to this point. When you think about where we were at this point last year, Jaron Ennis was getting ready to fight Roman Villa for a contender fight to show the world and an eliminator to put him as an IBF mandatory and an IBF interim title holder, right? He won that fight. If you guys watched that fight, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, tap in. I don't know if it's via YouTube or via some sort of archive video somewhere, maybe with the PBC. I'm not sure. But it was a great event. Put the world on notice about who this guy was, and everything came to a standstill, right? Between the PBC and well, excuse me, because he wasn't with the PBC. Let's be honest, he was with Showtime and Steven Espinosa. And between Steven Espinosa, Showtime separating themselves as Paramount bought the company out, got rid of boxing, it put Jaron Boots Ennis in limbo. Nobody understood what was going on. At one point or another, they stripped Terrence Crawford for his IBF title because they wanted Terrence to defend a title against his mandatory. But what happened? Terrence Crawford tied up in a mandatory, in a rematch clause with Errol Spence that dragged out. You guys have been keeping up with it. Terrence Crawford pretty much a few months ago just got out of that situation as Errol Spence was unable to fight for the rematch because he was dealing with surgeries, injuries, and things of that nature. I digress to say that Jaron Boots Ennis was emailed or turned into or upgraded to the permanent IBF champion in the welterweight division as he tried to fight and defend his title as well as chase unification opportunities. Terrence Crawford holding on to the belts kind of stifled that a little bit. And a lot of fighters just seemed like they weren't trying to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. At one point, I was questioning as to whether Jaron Boots Ennis would consider moving up to 154, being that nobody seemed to be interested in giving him an opportunity to show the world and showcase the skill set and the exciting fighting style that Jaron Boots Ennis brings to the table. Well, lo and behold, his manager, Cameron Duncan, passes away. Jaron Boots Ennis in a court struggle with Cameron Duncan's wife to get out of that deal, which was supposed to keep him active, but he was seeing no fights. He broke away, and another shocker in the world, as everybody thought he would probably go into the PBC, didn't. Turned, made a left, went over to Matchroom with Eddie Hearn, and here we are today as Eddie Hearn is putting Jaron Boots Ennis probably where he rightfully should be as a headliner in his own city at the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia. Great news. So excited. So happy for Jaron Boots Ennis. He gets to finally defend his title. And in all honesty, us as the fans, we get to see some great boxing. The press conference went well. You know, Bozy Ennis showing excitement during the press conference, getting into it with the manager of Cody Crowley. It looked like they were about to get it in. He was inviting him to the gym and everything of that nature. But needless to say, they did make up later. You know, I'm pretty sure Cody Crowley's manager came to his right senses, realizing that Bozy Ennis was probably going to put hands and feet on him and apologize to Bozy Ennis. But regardless, there was some respect there on the stage as Jaron Boots Ennis was very thankful to Cody Crowley for taking that fight, and Cody Crowley letting it be known that, listen, I was never ducking the smoke. I just had issues. I had a father who took his own life. I had surgery on both my eyes, and I just had some reflection to do for the most part on my life to make sure that I was prepared for this moment. And here we are today, as Cody Crowley saying he made the actual choice to fight Jaron Boots Ennis because he had opportunities heading to other directions. I don't know how true that is, being that everybody else has an interim title and Jaron Boots Ennis is the actually only person in that division outside of Terrence Crawford, who's getting ready to fight at 154 and challenge for a WBA a title at the 154-pound junior welterweight division, junior middleweight division. So at the end of the day, whatever it may be, Cody Crowley's game says that he's going to be meeting Jaron Ennis in the middle of the ring. He's going to be applying that pressure, trying to show Jaron Ennis something he's never seen. And Jaron Ennis is so excited to see that. And if you guys don't know, Jaron Ennis loves the pressure. If you're going to go in there and trade with him, it's probably going to be an early night for both those guys. Both of them will be going home early, and both of them will be going home paid, right? But nonetheless, huge fight, July 13th, Wells Fargo Center. Let's see how this one turns out. This is a big fight. Jaron Ennis's first debut fight, headlining his own card. First fight he's had on the Eddie Hearn in Matchroom, and there are plenty of plans for Jaron Boots Ennis. So this fight holds all kinds of importance, as Turki Al-Sheikh has shown interest in lining up a fight between Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis. Who knows how far along or how far away we are from seeing that if Jaron is able to give the right performance. You guys let me know what you think. This is a big event for Jaron Boots Ennis. What do you think is going to happen? And how likely do you think it is that Terrence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis can see each other now that Turki Al-Sheikh has been brought into the picture and is part of the conversation? It's your boy Claymore Reynes at ATP Combat Media Show. Guys, remember, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit your bell icon so you get an alert when all that content is dropping. But at this point, we out.